I am Murayo Afolabi Brand. As always, I have the ladies of your view. Hello. Hi. How you guys doing? And our amazing audience. Oh, Bonvita, you're here today. Welcome on board. You brought us beverage. Thank you. Have you guys gotten your Bonvita? A cup of Bonvita? Fantastic. Let us make sure that we get our cups of Bonvita. All right. YK in the building.
Yo.
How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you.
You were here yesterday?
I'm very fine. I was here yesterday, and
Nothing's changed?
I woke up very late today.
Okay.
You know, yesterday was my nephew's birthday, so happy birthday to Miche.
Oh, how old was he?
12.
Was he? 12.
So
Nice.
Happy birthday.
He's getting to become a teenager very soon.
yes. So,
He's going to be his own man.
that
Are you
boy.
looking forward to it?
I introduced him to Macho Minds.
Yes, I was told.
Macho Minds came to the house, and he was interviewing all of them.
Right.
And this one says he doesn't like school. Which subject you like? None.
Oh my God.
I must like one subject. No. Okay, which one? Just a little. Maybe English. A little.
At least his opinion.
At least he knows what he
He
wants.
knows what he wants.
Oh, wow.
The next question will now be, what do you now like if you don't like school?
You know, talking about Magic for his second, my son was asked to do 30, I think 40 sums. He did 30, left 10. But the master now told him, okay, what happened? He said, I'm tired. Okay, what do you want to do? Bouncing castle. I said, okay. I'm saying...
You are so tired you want to do bouncing castle. Only children can think like that.
I didn't, Mariam.
When they tell me they're
doing
tired,
fine.
sorry. When they tell me, I say, okay, come and do the housework. They are bored.
Yeah,
When they say they are
yeah,
bored,
that's-
I say, yeah, come and sweep. Huh? Me? I say, yes, now you are bored. If you sweep now, you will not be bored again. Sorry, Miriam.
Okay, I'm fine. I didn't sleep one wink last night. My son wasn't feeling well. And he came to my room. And even though there was daddy and mommy, it was mommy he went straight for. And we have been awake up until... He was awake till 5:30, and then he went back to sleep. I
Well,
had
you
to
cannot
continue my
work.
day, you know.
Jeez.
But, well, that's
Don't
on the
really
side.
show you either.
Like,
You guys
no,
are big,
No,
Honestly.
no. When I came in, right,
You
I
didn't look
looked...
anything. You
I
didn't look
looked
like you hadn't
tired.
slept. No.
I did. I
You
mean,
look fresh, as if you had
Kids, it
slept.
makes you look healthy regardless. trust
Oh,
me.
okay. I
High
thought
five,
the makeup
Papa.
artist did a good job of just hiding all
Yeah,
the bags
that's
and
it.
everything.
There were no
Good.
bags.
Yes, but then
She-
also a friend of mine, Tabi Joda, he has this initiative where they are planting. The aim is to plant over millions and millions of trees in Nigeria because of climate change and all the issues with the environment. So on the 24th of August, they're asking Nigerians to go out, plant a tree or two. I mean, there are different people actually giving plants for trees to plant. So if you're interested, please, you can talk to me after the show.
Please post it on Instagram so we can follow and see
so
what
on
we can do.
Saturday, they're going to be planting a tree or two. I mean, in Borno, they have like thousands and thousands of trees that they're giving out to people.
That's nice.
So,
What of we that we have trees already?
yeah, so good for you. Please help
So we don't have to
encourage
plant.
others.
You don't have
So
to
if you
plant.
want to plant more,
That
too,
way, how
do
you do
encourage
anything
people.
very quickly?
I'm good. Sadly, you know, I keep hearing of all these cases of one person needing kidney transplant or the other, but this is really close to home. A worker in my church, his wife is bedridden right now. They need kidney transplant. I'm like, I intend to visit them on Sunday and take pictures and then post online because I don't want to just say something without having seen her one-on-one, but I know that there's no lie to this. She's lost a child 2 years ago, and now she's also facing, like, she might die if she doesn't get 8.5 million naira to do kidney transplant. And this is the case of every Nigerian. We hope not to get sick, or else we'll turn, legitimate business will turn to beggars.
We really
It shouldn't
hope,
be,
we really
but
hope. I know
we need
Nigeria.
help.
So right now,
I
she's
think
on
the
dialysis.
one that
Jeez.
says that everybody's the one
sickness away from
poverty.
begging.
All of us. So we're all on the same boat. Okay, let's appreciate once again Cadbury Bonvita for giving all of us beverage this morning. Thank you for coming around. And again, we'd like to thank Cream Slices for always giving us our cakes on Wednesdays. Thank you so much to Cream Slices. And Lagos State, the Lagos Computerized Vehicle Inspection again gave us another 10 vouchers for our guests. So those of you that have cars, not the people that have Mercedes Benz. If you have a car and you take me to your car, I'll give you a hair. All right, let's go on the break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Right, thanks for staying with us. So we are all happy. I think today we have mixed feelings. We're excited that Wadume has been rearrested, but also sad about the issue of the SARS, but we'll take it in the papers. Let's start with The Nation. Alleged misdeeds, EFCC searches Ambode's home. Ex-governor have not been contacted. Agency's boss attacked in Ekpe. Ambode says these searches were carried out extensively, and at the end of the exercise, the operatives left without any incident. EFCC says the commission's operatives were attacked and prevented from executing the search warrant in Ekpe by irate youths. Nigerians expect quick results from ministers. Revealed how Wadume was rearrested. FIRS blocks Obasanjo's farms and others' accounts. 4 killed in deputy governor's convoy.
That's it.
I didn't see that. And government ambush traveling party. I didn't read that.
I did.
Okay, let's start with Ambode's home.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so see, this story is they are contradicting information right now. So the governor, former governor Ambode, is saying that his houses in Ekpe and Ikoyi were searched, and for him it is a part of government, process to do that, and he was willing to allow his house to be searched. EFCC, on the other hand, claimed at first that they did not search the house of the former governor of Lagos State, but was his chief of staff's home that they searched. But eventually admitted that they tried to search it, but youths may have stopped them from going in.
It wasn't an eventual thing. I think it were 2 different people. Magu, the person said
the head of EFCC, said they didn't search.
And the media person said they searched, but they were not allowed to search the house in Ekpe. So I think that maybe Magu didn't get the information from his media person, because his head of media mentioned that they tried searching, and they had warrants, and that they even injured 3 EFCC officials during the search.
Let's stay. Do you have to stay on
the gunman, the Nasarawa, Nasarawa deputy governor, he was on his way to Abuja for the ministerial swearing in today when the part of his convoy were ambushed by a Hilux van with gunmen. They killed how many?
5 policemen.
Yeah. Their remains have been deposited in the mortuary.
I mean,
may their souls rest in peace.
It's so scary that a deputy governor of a state with all the convoy and all the security operatives can still be attacked.
So who are you and I?
Yeah.
Who are we?
The gunmen took away the police.
The
police rifles. After killing them, they took away their.
Let's move on to Punch very quickly. Soldiers shot cops, freed me. Wadume confesses. SARS operatives killed disarmed suspect in Lagos. Mobile operators fail quality tests in 26 states. Ekweremadu attacked over Operation Python dance rule, says IPOB. Supreme Court dismisses Atiku's INEC server claim. Showrek collected foreigners' dollars to topple Buhari, says DSS. And Dangote Cement overtakes MTN as Nigerian Stock Exchange biggest firm. Let's start with the major headline, Wadume.
Wadume. So I think this is
let's
good
give the police a round of applause.
Yeah.
They are captured or recaptured. Wadume.
Yeah. So 2 weeks after he escaped, after he was let go by the soldiers, he's been rearrested. He was arrested in Kano State. He has been on the run since then. There's a video of him. He gave an interview talking about how he was let go.
Singing like a bird.
He said the soldiers were the ones that let him go from the police. He talked about how the military killed the policeman and how he's been hiding with at his uncle's house in Kano. So the uncle too was arrested and other people too.
And apparently there are mixed feelings, and this is the problem I have with Nigeria right now. There are mixed feelings to his arrest. His village, some of the people in his village are saying, "Oh, he is very generous. He gives them boreholes. He's a philanthropist. Yeah, you know. So that, and some are saying, well, we didn't know how he made his money. I don't understand. Is it because he was giving them money that
so poor that you don't have value for the human life that he put in danger in kidnapping?
Losing our value.
We've lost it.
We have lost it. Yeah, exactly. Now is what.
Let me take one more story. Let me take. We talk about this SARS operation somewhere else, right? I think somewhere else. Okay. Let me take the Showrek story.
Okay.
The DSS is saying that allegedly Showrek collected millions of dollars from international collaborators to actually with the agenda to topple the government, according to them. They're saying that they have, I think, video recordings of him being mobilized, trying to mobilize people actually across the country to cause problems and to start mayhem across the country so that they can find a way to topple the government. That was, according to them, his intention. We don't know. We always get different versions, but let us wait to see the other side of the story.
They should release it now.
Because I was waiting for them, just taking their word.
I'm not taking their word for it.
They said it was part of the evidence that was provided that got him the 45-day arrest in DSS. That's what they say. It's part of the evidence that was provided to the courts.
They asked for 90 days. If there was that kind of evidence, they would have given them that 90 days.
All right, Daily Sun. Trouble for Ambode. We've talked about that already. End of Delhi kidnap kingdom in the north. Supreme Court throws out Katiku's PDP appeal on INEC server. 2023 zoning wouldn't work, says Ganduje. Southeast governor seek ban on cattle movement. Which story? Nobody. There's no other story in
There's no other story, but we skip the story in The Nation, and it's a good one because the FIRS have now blocked 31 companies' accounts on the case of they have not regularized their taxes. I'll just mention 3 notable ones. So we know Obasanjo's account has been frozen for the farm. Obasanjo's farm account has been frozen. Davido's account, the Davido Corporation account hasn't been regularized. He's not paying taxes. And we see the money spending.
30 billion.
Exactly. So it's now frozen until they pay taxes. We also have Cold Stone Creamery, Iyola Mishore. So all these companies that are making money from Nigeria, we should realize that if your taxes add value to the country and helps the government able to do all the things we are asking them to do. So don't let them blame you for their inefficiency.
So as we're celebrating our brothers that are doing an amazing job in the entertainment industry, let's ensure that they're also paying taxes.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
we're happy that you're doing a good job. But at the same time, let us be responsible citizens so that we can trace your wealth. Not that tomorrow, 10 years down the line, find out you've been doing non-fraud. It will not be funny. Moving on to Vanguard. EFCC lawyers clash over raid on Ambody's house. How police rearrested kidnapped kingpin Gwadume in Kano. Nigeria has lots of professors not translating to development, says Gambari. 37 aid workers, 35,000 killed in Northeast. Tunji Bello and Motosha others get portfolios. I'm an incurable optimist about Nigeria, says Obasanjo. And how Ekweremadu Nwodo, Southeast governors provoked IPOP, says Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that the reason why Ekweremadu was attacked in Germany was because of his stand concerning the Operation Python dance, that many people were killed, many lost their lives, and even his family members too, about 30 or 23 killed within his own compound. So he felt that the Igbo leaders were complacent. At the time, they mentioned the names of Umbodo, Ekweremadu, and other southern governors were totally complacent towards Operation Python dance, and that's why that attack was taken. It doesn't justify it, but at least that's the reason they're giving.
I read the story about the professors, because indeed Nigeria has a lot of professors and we need to begin. Yes, we're not seeing what is the job of a professor. When you develop all these new technologies, it's supposed to solve local Nigerian problems. We need some professors that would solve our electricity challenges, our health challenges. Can they just go beyond?
We can't take any more story, but let me just read through very quickly. Daily Trust. Soldiers aided my escape from police, Wadume says. That guy is 3 policemen died, and the man is singing like a bird. You think that he would just keep mum.
And to see how young he looks. I mean, he's a young man.
3 of our bests died.
Because of...
Okay, gunmen attack convoy in Nasarawa. We talked about that. Let me find another story. Buhari replaces head of agencies, appointed ministers. There was someone that...
we're doing ministers today.
Yeah, this day, Wadume house soldiers aided my escape from police custody. Buhari inaugurates cabinets today. Banking sector consumer credit increases to 754 billion naira. And there was somewhere I read that our president was telling the ministers that everything they want to do, they should please go through Abba Kyari and the SGF. Takes us back to cabals. Well, are they cabals? Let us not assume they are the cabals.
The SARS killed unarmed.
Oh, how do we miss that story, YK? Please tell us.
When they killed, apparently they arrested them. There was this video, somebody was filming them and he was saying, you go kill him, and...
What happened, YK? Let me just establish what happened. These 2 suspected armed robbers, I think they take money from people through Gigi.
That's what they now said.
Right.
After, that's their explanation because that video went viral.
Right.
So they explained later is that because they are suspected armed robbers.
Right.
There's no proof that they are suspected armed robbers.
Well, from the video I watched, the person who was recording was saying that these people actually were fraudsters through Gigi. And now they were arrested. What happened was that After they were arrested, they were put in the bus. I think the police didn't realize they had a gun in the bus. So I think somebody realized there was somebody was armed. The person who was armed came down, threw the gun on the floor, pushed it away, and the police killed him in cold blood, even though he was disarmed. Now, we saw the video, and we're waiting for a response from SARS on the police on this particular video. We've not seen, I thought I was going to see an official response. We wait for the response from the SARS of
They have not agreed to respond.
To see what they plan to do concerning this.
But if somebody is a confirmed criminal, what's the process? Shouldn't the person be arrested, taken to the station?
The other two that were shot, they were not holding any guns now. They were handcuffed. They were not holding guns.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up on this. Let's go on a break. We'll follow up on that story. We're not going to let it die like that. We're going to follow up on that story. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll discuss a few other stories. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So have you all seen the new Airtel commercial about the mechanic? Did you guys see it? There's another one also, but I think the one about the mechanic is pretty interesting because it shows how we go, what the craziness we go through with mechanics in this country. Watch this clip.
Igboro na sharp guy, Igboro na wise guy, Igboro they code everybody, Igboro they feel funky. Igboro na smart guy, anywhere he they go, he they shine eye. Igboro no they slago, Igboro is very connected. Igboro they judge everybody, and they know they trust anybody. Igboro they look everybody like say them is suspect. Nobody wanna trust nobody, but everybody.
Don't be like him. Free your mind with Airtel Smart Talk and enjoy calls to all networks at a flat rate of 11 kobo per second. 7 naira fee on the first call of the day applies. Dial *315# to join.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Because honestly, these mechanics, there's one phrase they always use. Now original. Madam, now original. Yeah, right. You now buy this stuff, you now find out that 2 days after it's broken. Waiki, you had an experience in the mechanic.
You're not getting that phrase right. I have original. And I have China.
That's it.
Hey, or Korea. There is original UK, China, and Korea. There are 3. Korea is better than China a bit.
Okay.
But your best bet is to go for UK. Okay. But you can manage Korea. When you get that Korea like this.
You like it for 3 months.
You know, I had an experience with the air conditioner of my car. And my husband, somebody told my husband that he said, go to this place, that they are the best in the country. In fact, in this Lagos, no other place. My husband actually wanted to go to one roadside guy he knows. When they now told him about that place, he just went there. Those ones, they gave him like a 130,000 naira bill. Femi said, said, because they are the best. Okay, he will see what he can do. Say, Morel, okay, let's just use them. 130K to fix air conditioner for the Prado. 2 weeks later, back to status quo. Started blowing heat. Worse than before. That is Nigeria for you.
It's so annoying. I really deal with...
You know, me, with the mechanics, I have already decided. You see my car is, how old am I? 58, so my car is 8 years old. I don't even let them look at it. I take it to the shop, because when you repair it at the shop, you are guaranteed. It's spoiled, you take it back. Because when they just open the bonnet like this, and they look at, they don't touch anything, just do like it. The car is wrong. So I do not even go near them. No, my brother, his first car, the first car he ever buy in his life, Tokumoka, he was so proud. Took the car to show, then he now got them to put AC inside, 505. They put the AC, was happy, his car was blowing. He was driving on third mainland one day, the engine just fell down. How
can engine fall from a car? Only a Nigerian mechanic will do that.
So you have to constantly monitor what your mechanic is doing. Now I know what the evaporator is. Me, I had no idea what the evaporator was. But they remove the evaporator. The evaporator is the air that actually
something.
So they have to change it. Yeah, Mary.
Me, I don't personally deal with mechanics. My husband does that. But recently I've seen him so frustrated. You know, going to the shop, sometimes you don't have that amount of money at the time to take it to the shop. Something will come up and you're thinking it's a small issue. But the thing with the mechanic is, today is a sound, and he looks at that sound. The next day, the sound stops, but the next day, they say even louder sound. Then the next day, something falls off. Then next thing, the electric whatever, you know, windows are not winding up or winding down. The thing is not clicking locked. You know, it just goes from one bad situation to the other, and I do feel sorry.
For me, all this kind of thing, it frustrates me.
Yeah, quite
and I can feel myself getting high blood pressure.
I'm very, very spoiled. I just dumped the car with my husband. I just like, okay, bring your key. I don't know what's going on, bring your key. So one day it happened when I was already taking the kids to school, the AC stopped working. So I couldn't change key. So I called him, he said, solve this thing, it's just AC. It's refilling the gas is not it's a no-brainer. You know you can do this thing. Okay, so after the scoping, I now drove to the place where they will fix it. And I called him, so how much am I supposed to pay for this thing? What am I supposed to do? They said there's a leakage. They said there's no leakage. First, they were going to scam me. They said this gas is leaking. Something is leaking there. Madam, you need to fix it. We need to fix it now. My husband said, no leakage. Just put the gas in it. And I said, okay, so how many cylinders? They said, we'll put 2. I called my husband. But my darling, they are saying that I need to put 2 cylinders. The budget I have. He said, no, it's just 1. Can you please just deal with them like I'm at work here? So I just called the phone, told them back that I'll take just 1. He said, madam, this leakage where they leak, so if I give you 1, before you leave here, you don't go work again, no, buy 2. I said, okay, put 2 inside. How much is it? 1515, workmanship, 1,000 naira.
Everything.
When I got home, I told my husband, I spent 5K today on it. He said, what you just spent 15 on? I said, you see why I'm supposed to give you the car? So they take advantage of women. That's another story to it.
Exactly.
No, that's the women that allow them.
I don't know.
They can't take advantage.
But you don't even deal with them in the first place.
You are sharp.
I used to deal with them before I got this car. I used to take the car. I will be sweating. I will be sweating.
And see, anybody has any car experience, crazy experience with the mechanic? Yes, let me see. Let me hear your own thoughts.
Mine actually is, is a diverse issues, you know, that faced with the mechanics, from AC to carburetor to type, a lot of things, you know. But the truth is that before now, I just thought maybe it's cheaper, and it's actually cheaper sometimes to, you know, do your car with the roadside mechanics. But I found out that a lot of times after fixing the car, you find that it's like penny wise, pound foolish, so to speak. So yes, so I think so far we have actually we are now committed to going to the workshops. So we have a place where we visit. They have their computer. They use it to diagnose, you know, whatever your car. And at the end of the day, no matter the amount you pay, there's a guarantee. If there's a problem, we take it back.
You know,
so for me.
Sorry, at the shop, you can hook their throat like this. After they have collected big money, you hook their throat.
So, you see, you can see the amount of conversation we're having over just mechanic experiences with our mechanics. It's crazy. So what we're trying to say, what we're trying to communicate to you is that there's one less thing to worry about with the new Airtel Smart Talk that offers flat tariff on your call rates. Now you can free your mind by dialing *315# to get on this plan. So what Airtel is telling you that the stress your mechanic is giving you, you don't need that kind of stress. When it comes to Airtel, what you see is what you get. And you dial *315#, you get on the plan, and you can have it with peace of mind, easy. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
So, the question is, are those days over indeed? Yes, I mean, we are at the point where, yes, many of us are taking care of our parents. We do 1 or 2 things for our parents. But as we are becoming parents and we're taking over from our parents, are we expecting the same treatment that they will also take care of us? Or are we going to take this pastor's advice that you better find something that will be your own security in your old age? Don't think that your children should take care of you. Do you agree?
Please, let's ask the audience first, because a lot of them are young.
Yes.
Let's ask them first.
Okay, so let me come to the audience. Who would like to, I'm not giving the mic to you again. Let's start with somebody else. Who's ready to answer this question? Anybody else? If not, then you can take the mic.
Somebody else.
Yes, go ahead. Do you agree with that statement, or do you disagree?
Yes, I agree with it.
Do you agree with it? Why?
Yes, because things have changed now. In the sense that if you think economic-wise, if you check the rate at which the schools are collecting school fees now, like my daughter, 3 years old, the school fees now is around 80-something thousand naira. Now, at the end of the day, you see, parents are so busy that they are not able to inculcate practical life into their children. At the end of the day, you might be expecting, because I send them to good schools, they're supposed to come out with good results. But check out the number of graduates these days. At the end of the day, your investment may turn out to be waste. So what you do is that you invest into yours, get something backwards. Then at the end of the day, invest into your child, because you never can tell. Things changes.
Interesting. Wow. Let me take one more comment. Any other person wants to say one or two things, or you disagree with him? Yeah, let me take the gentleman. Yes, let me hear his thoughts. Go ahead, sir.
There's one guy at the back there as well.
Okay, I do not disagree with him completely, but at the same time, I think that children should actually be supportive to their parents. There's nothing wrong about it. I'll give you an example. My mom is slightly educated, not very well educated, but somehow Providence made her, she was able to travel out. And while she was there, she was supporting us. So as we speak now, she's back home and she's elderly, you know. So because she wasn't properly educated, she's not earning from the government, so we need to support her. There's nothing wrong with that. So for me, I feel proud. I feel okay to support my mother.
Thank you very much for that. So we are, please clap for him. That's a very good. So we agree that as we are today, many of us are taking care of our parents. We're doing what we must to support our parents, especially because we know they've invested. The question is not that. The question is, as you are growing old now, do you expect your own children to take care of you because you are investing in their lives today? Or are you saying that they will just move on their own life and you have to build some kind of business to sustain you when you're older?
I just agree with some of the things that the first person said, because I think that it is a very, very wrong statement to say your children are an investment. Your children are not an investment. You are not putting money into raising your kids with the hope that they would grow up and pay you back. That's not a right statement. That's not the right mindset. I think your children are your responsibility. You have children you know you can take care of and still plan your future. Not that you are using them as your long-term plan for how you would take care of yourself in old age. I think that should be the standard. My mom grumbles every time she has to ask me for money. She grumbles because she feels that I have worked too hard, if not for the fact that some of my investment didn't work out, because she did a lot of shares. Exactly. And when the stock market crashed, some of those investments tanked. And so she's looking at it that, this is not what I wanted for my life. I wanted a case where, okay, whatever you bring in will be extra, not that I would have to depend on you at any point in time. So she still isn't depending on me, but I know my responsibility. I've been raised well. Culture and tradition focuses on nurturing and taking care of our older
let me take
ones.
Elijah. Elijah, are you there? Thanks for calling from Lekki. Elijah, thanks for calling. Don't apologize. Morning, sir.
See, I really appreciate the message of that pastor.
Okay.
I'm a Muslim, but a tolerant Muslim. I appreciate the views of other religions. What the pastor is saying in a nutshell is that we should not be lazy people. It's a dream of a lazy man to expect his children to feed him in old age. The most important thing, give them good upbringing. When you pass on, they will pray for you. But by conditioning yourself that I'm training them to take good care of me,
that investment,
you'll be frustrated. Because you end up having prodigal children, having whatsoever. You don't have control over the future of your children. That is the message of the pastor. And I really appreciate him for that.
Thank you very much, Elijah Hassan. Now, so, as I said, I want us to be clear, the distinction. So our parents didn't have this learning. So whether we like it or not, we are taking care of them today. That's not our conversation. Our conversation is about you. Do you want your children to take care of you in old age? That's pretty much what I'm asking. Mariam.
Okay, so for me, that's where I agree with him to an extent, because in the end thing is that we're able to provide for our parents as for them, let it be like a form of blessing, not necessarily that they need it. Because I believe that our parents do not have a plan or a dream to be dependent on us. In fact, we hear Nigerian parents talk a lot about how they want to keep something for their children and their grandchildren, but life happens. Things happen, things go wrong. And a lot of parents have found themselves in the position that they're in now because they made sacrifices for their children. They missed opportunities because of these children. And then when you're of age, you recognize that sacrifice that's been made for you. And in your mind, you're trying to pay it back. You can never pay it back because what they do for you, what they've done for you,
you want your own child to take care of you, Mariam.
What I want for my child is, because of this, the way this conversation can go is, I want my child to have that mindset that I will take care of my parent. That whether my parent can afford it or not, I will be there to take care of them, to pamper them. That they want for nothing, no matter how much that they get.
Okay, let me take this call from Yinka. Yinka, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning to all.
Morning.
We have to be mindful of something. This kind of generation we have now, I will personally insist we have to let our children know they should take care of us. You don't depend on them. You have worked all years, you have saved enough. But if you don't let them know they have a responsibility, they will just go haywire. And don't forget, whatever you sow today is what you will reap tomorrow. And what you don't train them, they can never know it. Please, whether they give you or not, drum it into their mindset that this is what they should do. If they bring, fine. If they don't bring, all the same. But let them know they have a responsibility.
Okay, so thank you very much. So your point is the responsibility, not because the parents actually need it. Right, let me come to you. I know you already have. Do you think your daughter should be taking care of you?
I join you with coffee.
Well, the truth of yes. Let me pause you for a second. I have to go on a quick break. When I come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
9:46. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so as I said, Waike was going to say something before the break.
Yeah, I was going to say the truth of the matter is, when I was educating my daughter, I wasn't thinking of, oh, my daughter is going to look after me in my old age. I was educating her because I wanted her to be able to stand on her own 2 feet, to be able to make her way in this world, and to be an independent lady. It is a bonus for me. Like when I went to England, she paid for my where I was staying, you know. She does things like that. So for me, it's an added bonus. It's not that as if I really need the money. And I can be a very demanding, because you know me, I like clothes. I can say, Rolary, please help me order that thing. She say, Mommy, you owe me. I'll say, okay, I'm coming. I will not pay her back. but
your heart bless her. Your heart, you're happy.
Yeah, I'm actually, I feel very blessed. Having her think that, I don't think it is my right to collect from her, but I think I have been blessed by our Creator for her when she helps.
I have a story. Someone I stayed with when I was in the US, I was listening about how I plan and how it's important to send money. Well, I expect that you should send money home. And he was telling me, my mom is richer than me. She has houses. She has a house in Lekki, a house in Ikoyi. Why should I be sending money to her? She's comfortable, and I have bills to pay here. So I looked at him and I was wondering, if they raised you well, you should know your responsibility, that even if you don't have much, you would reward and show appreciation to your parents with the little that you have, because you care and love them. I don't understand that
statement. If the mother is rich and he is struggling to pay bills in America, then the little stationary change in his pocket, he should now send it. That what she will not even feel. But, like Baja said, okay, well, they're done. It doesn't make sense to me.
For me, I understand what Tokwe is trying to say.
He's going to go without to give her money for what blessing.
I understand what Tokwe is trying to say. There's no amount of money that he will give his mother really that would make a difference in her life. But it would be nice to know that, it's the thought behind it. Mommy, I can send you a recharge card. I mean, I don't need recharge card, but I'm able to do that. And you're like, my son, I heard the story of a very wealthy person once was traveling and was telling people that his seat was paid for, his first-class seat was paid for by his daughter. This is a very wealthy person. And, he kept telling everyone, my daughter paid for this seat. It just made him happy. Well, people knew that he would have paid for the jet itself if he wanted to.
2 or 3 comments. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Joe. First, I want to say that some of these, kind of situation may be divine. If you look at the story of Joseph in the Bible, he saw in the dream, all right, that the sun, the moon, and the stars came and bowed to him. And we know the rest of the story. He was the one that provided for the family, including his parents. You understand? So it may be divine in some cases. However, the scripture also says that...
Would you let your children take care of you?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Okay, for me, I would not want my children, I would not want to depend on my children. Okay. I have to work on myself, bring myself up, train myself, equip myself financially and otherwise, and give the best to them for them to be self-sufficient.
I'd like to hear somebody else's view on that. But I remember when I recently moved home, things were tough, very, very tough. And every single salary I had to just put it in the pot for the house. My mom was there, my dad was there. In the beginning, it was hard. Then I got married. My mom knew that there was no way that I could bring as much as I was. So she gave me that break. Mariah, listen, go and do your family. We will manage. She gave me that break. But even though I had that break, I now started getting complacent. She now called me, okay, listen, when then things now turned around for her. I mean, things turned around 360 for her. Things that got better. She didn't need my money. But she said, Mariah, even if it is money for recharge card, as you said, just send it because it is a blessing. The fact that I am happy to receive from you. So I send it to her not because, in fairness, I've not been as consistent because I know she doesn't need it. But she always okay, Mariah, me take balat to you. She reminds me. So I send it just because I want her to know that my daughter has given. That's pretty much it. But let me take your own comments. Go ahead, sir.
I'll make it very practical, and it's also scriptural. First, I will teach my son that the source of dependence of every man is God.
Okay.
That's one. 2 is that I will also teach my son that it is scriptural that you take care of your parents. But I will add that I will never put any pressure on you because you want to take care of me or your mother. The issue is to take care of parents is scriptural, is correct, is right, there is blessing attached to it. But some parents, they put pressure on their children to the point that the children get into some things. They go very deep into some things just because, in fact, you see some children, they are living under serious pressure that I must send something home. I must send something home. And you'll be wondering, why is this person running all around? Why are you doing like this?
Right. So that's the pressure.
So I want to say something. They are genuinely... That's a good point because I already wrote it down that some parents give birth to children just so that they would be their source of income. So that's their agenda, and we can't deny, we might be blessed to have parents that are considerate and all of that, but there's some parents out here that are in this Nigeria that their children are still babies and they will send them out. The parents will sit down at home, buy pure water and send her children out to go and sell it to feed themselves. Why did you have a child that you can't? And they'll say until you sell this, you cannot eat. And they put that child under that pressure all through life. That is evil and shouldn't be done.
Sorry, Miriam.
It's fine.
I just want to let us put things into perspective because no matter how well invested you have made your life, how much you have invested in your life, if they will come to a point you cannot even open your eye to see the investment safe. You are old.
You need help.
You need help. You need your children. your children need to come and help you even manage the business that you set up, because you cannot run that business anymore. The energy I had 20 years ago when we started the shrine is not the energy I have today. I know that much. We are lucky that I don't need to go and beg anybody for money to eat. But I know that if I'm still alive in 20 years' time, by the grace of God, I will still be alive.
Yes, so amen.
At 80, say I want to go and run after my manager.
So you like for your daughter to take over from what you're doing?
Because I will not be able to help myself.
Right. Okay.
No matter the investment I have made. So I think it's just responsibility for children to watch out, look out. I'm not saying be giving us handouts, but look out for your parents, because we really have to put. I have seen people who abandoned. When I was a kid, I saw them; they were rich. Today, I see them. I'm like, what? What happened? Age happened.
Thank you. That's it. So I mean, I think we all ended up in the same place, because I actually wanted to take a position where there's sometimes this kind of conversation, you have to be careful the way you have it, because there's a flip side where people are thinking, well, I do not have the obligation or the responsibility to care for my parents. I mean, they've done their part and I can go. Or that my children do not have that obligation towards me, because we have stories of people who are living large. Let's say in cities like Lagos, but they have parents in villages. These are people that can afford it. They are doing charity in church, across the world, but they have forgotten mommy at home. You know, they hardly see that mommy. They don't send her anything because they don't feel that.
Let me come to you. I know we have someone from the audience. Go ahead.
A child is a responsibility. You should be responsible for your child, but the reverse is not this case. A child can be struggling, a child can be doing whatever it is, but yet has not yet settled down, and you want the child to start taking care of. It's unfair on a parent to be putting pressure on children to start taking care of them when the child can't fend for himself. I know people who can't marry because they are taking care of their parents.
Exactly.
They cannot give birth to children. They have to plan it because they are taking care of their children. It is not a right.
So that's the real problem.
And the problem again is honor. Honor has been misplaced with money. People think to honor your parents means that you should give them money. If you don't give them money, is it until I give my parents money before they bless me? If I offer service to them, I sacrifice coming to visit you, is it not enough honor to you until I give you money?
Thank you very much. That's the real issue I want us, because today is different from then. Today, a young woman, a young man is struggling, hustling to make it. And you're telling me there's mommy in the village. Yes, you've invested, but should we hold her responsible for mommy in the village?
I think mommy is she's responsible, but I like what she said in that honor isn't cash. And I can throw cash at my parents without honoring them.
So if you call your mom every day, check up on her, make sure she's okay, you feel that is enough?
No, I think what YK said actually answers that. I think what YK says actually answers that, which is, if I find myself in my old age, I cannot handle some of the businesses that I've put to take care of me. I want you to be able to honor me in that way, that you can provide that service. So it's not necessarily cash. It could be your time. It could be someone you employ on your behalf to help your parents. So there are different ways you can honor your parents. If you can afford it, afford it.
All right. Let me take 2 more comments from the audience that were done. Yes, ma'am.
Can I be one of the comments?
2, and I'll come to you. Why do you wrap up? Don't worry. Go ahead.
My name is Abosede Abimbola. So whenever I bought anything to give my mom will say, Ibo Lutirowo. And I'm working, I'm a fashion designer. I have my shop. Anytime I bought anything, he will say, Ibo Lutirowo. I will not be angry that, I'm working now. Can't I give you anything? You'll be saying, I saw how you are struggling. So I don't want to depend on you. I don't want to force you for what you don't have. I'll be like, my mom did not appreciate me. There was a certain time she now called me and said, not that I did not appreciate you, but I want you to be okay on your own before you can give out to me.
Okay, she's understanding. YK, let me come to you then. I
just wanted to say, life is
one more comment and we're done.
Life is a cycle.
Yeah.
You know, when you are a baby, your parents carries you. You can't walk. You know, when I was in England looking after my grandson, I used to see old people in wheelchairs, and maybe their kids or their carers are wheeling them. And I was wheeling my grandson, and I know a younger person was wheeling an old person. I just said, and it got me thinking that life is a cycle.
Yes, it is a cycle.
It's a cycle. So not a circle, a cycle. When you are a baby, your parent helps you, and you are helpless. And when you are an old person, you are helpless
Helpless,
again.
yeah.
At that point, it's not a matter of cash. It's a matter of caring.
Yes.
It's a matter of love.
Let me take one last comment from the audience and we're done. Yes, go ahead, madam.
Yes, for me, I think it's very necessary and important for my child to take care of me, but not 100%.
Okay.
I'm a teacher, a private school teacher. I am striving very hard to have entry into government establishment. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that so that during my old age, I will not beg.
Yes.
But it is a very good thing for my child to take care of me, which I have even started teaching her. She's 18.
Yes. Right.
Sometimes she will cook indomie with a carrot, this and that. She say, "Mommy, taste." Even when I say I won't taste, she will insist. And as she's doing that, I'm happy. Oh, which means this child can easily take care of me when I'm old. Myself, I took care of my father before he died, to the extent of I will make pot of soup, different soup from what he has been eating. Drive home, Daddy take, he will eat, and he will be very, very happy.
Right.
As I am now, I'm from East. As I'm going, not that my mother is forcing me to bring, I will any new thing, seasoning, or anything that I see that is in Lagos that is not
Okay, we
in
have
my
to wrap
place,
up, but thank you very much for that. That's a fantastic point. I think we all agree that even though we don't want to depend on our children, but we want them to have a sense of responsibility towards us. Yes, I don't want to depend on you, but feel like I have invested in your life, and maybe you just care for me, ask of me, check up on me, call me up, send me something you can afford. It's not mandatory, but do it, because I will bless you.
When my father was alive, he didn't depend on us for anything. He had his own money.
It's fella now.
No, listen. He didn't depend on us. He didn't ask for. Fela was not a rich man. The only thing he wanted from us, visit me. That was all he wanted. Just let me see you at least once a week or twice. Right. It was so important.
Fantastic.
That.
Yeah,
okay, because of time.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take. It's Wednesday. We cannot wrap up without talking about business. When we come back, we're going to discuss real estate. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Obviously, thanks for staying with us. So obviously, our last topic was very hot. Our audience have been talking about this since the break, even to this second. So we'll do a part 2 of it next week, Wednesday. Is that okay? Yes. We'll do a part 2 of it where we'll thrash this issue of should we expect our own children to take care of us in the next 20, 50, 40 years. All right. Now, these days, real estate, which is considered to be a male-dominated industry, one of the most profitable growing businesses. On the show today, we have a young lady who's doing so well in the real estate business. She'll be addressing the issue of discovering and transforming young Africans and how they can succeed in the global market. Joining us on the show is a real estate expert and a co-founder, Diamond in the Rough, Patricia Chionuma. Welcome to the show, Chionuma. Good to have you.
Thank you.
First of all, you look amazing.
Thank you.
And she's a diamond, really.
So let's start with this issue of Diamond in the Rough. What's that about? Let's just...
Okay, so Diamond in the Rough is a program that I'm a co-founder of. Okay. And the program is to help the youth to, like how to transform your business idea into an actual business. So how to grow it, how to build your confidence, get you the right set of mentors, and possibly sponsorship.
Has it yielded results so far?
No, we're just starting.
Right.
Yes. So we were partnering up with a lot of sponsors and a lot of mentors.
Okay.
Yes.
Going into the real estate, let's want to stay on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Real estate, because honestly, that's like where the real money is. When I meet any rich person, they'll be like they're into real estate, and there are two things, oil and gas and real estate. But your bio says you can start you can start without having a lot of money. But what I've heard is that you need to have a lot of money before you can go into real estate. You need to have that money to buy the land and then you resell. How are you teaching young people to do real estate?
Okay, so I started off as an agent, so by selling. Okay. And like when you sell, you make a commission. Yes. So from that, you can actually progress into construction.
Oh, so that's how you started?
Yes.
So when you get your permission, you save the money, and what was the next step? Did you now buy a land, or what did you do exactly?
Yes. I bought lands, I bought distressed properties. Yes.
So when you buy, so how do you fix the property? Where do you get the money to establish property, or do you sell the distressed properties?
No, you can buy a property and just keep it for some time and then sell it back. Put it back in the market, like after a year or 2 years later.
And you make a profit.
Yes, you make a profit from doing that.
So, I mean, for me, I feel like real estate is the business of Lagos State. Everybody is involved. Yeah. Everybody is in real estate in one way or the other. And I've seen a lot of people who have been in the business really as agents, and they've been doing it for so long, and they haven't been able to buy lands or buy property. So was there a particular strategy you had, or was it the company you worked for that helped you?
No, okay, I think my strategy was I used I used people around me. So I used the influence of people around me.
Network.
Yes, and you know, I network a lot.
You see, we recently, unfortunately, one of us, Invictus was accused of internet fraud and all that, and we discussed on the show, I think a couple of days ago, that it's important that people tell us the steps, because we want young people to understand. She asked the question, yes, you were an agent, you saved money, which is great. You bought some lands, you bought some kakas, is it kakas they call them, or uncompleted buildings. You buy those distressed buildings, and then you resell. So you're able to get some money. Now, once you do that, if you have, let's just say, as an agent, you're able to save up maybe like, let's just say 2-3 million naira. Is that a lot or that small?
No, that's small.
That's small. So you need to save up at least, like, what minimum figure should I be looking for if I'm going to be an agent to start a successful real estate?
To start, like, I would say 10-20 million.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, so when you call figures like this, the average Nigerian doesn't have access to 1 million naira. So how, taking it from where she said, because we've always been saying it, that many people just come and say, you start your business, you grow your business, you network, you call friends, but we're not breaking it down. So when you, if you are coaching someone now as a mentee, you will say, go and sell these properties. What is the expected income that person would earn from selling one? How would you guide that person?
Find the person to buy that kind of multi-million
let's
property.
make it practical to...
No, that's why I keep saying, like, I feel like I had what I call an unfair advantage because of the kind of people I knew, and
so
you know, I grew up with.
social network.
Exactly, because that really helps you in the business as well. Because I mean, like, how you present yourself also matters, because you're not going to go to someone and you're looking, you know, rough, and you're telling them, "Oh, come and buy this." No,
real money isn't in.
No, let's say it as it is now. Real estate is not for, because if a poor man's his entire social circle cannot afford 2 million naira property.
There are different ways apart from
there are
having
different
that
ways.
network.
Yeah, exactly. There are different ways. Like, you can work under a mentor as well. Yeah, you can work under someone who would help you.
What was your own way? Who did you work on? Who were you working with?
My dad was in real estate, so now I use this connect as well.
Exactly.
That's part of the story we like to hear, because somebody is watching you and feeling like, am I that dumb?
No. And it's all about, like, creating your own niche, like knowing that, okay, this is what I can do, and I am not going to go outside this.
See, I don't want you to even feel bad that you had to, you know, somehow use your father's connect. After all, there are people who are children to very wealthy people and haven't really made much of their life. So it goes to show, you know, that there's something about you. But we also want to talk about, like, most Nigerians who are starting off, who do not have a father connect or family connect. What would you advise someone going to the real estate? What should they be? What should they concentrate on? What should they focus on that would help them, you think?
Okay, I always say this. I say appearance matters a whole lot. So how you present yourself, how you're able to talk to your client matters a whole lot. Honestly, because some people don't achieve what they're meant to achieve in life because of the way they dress, the way they speak, the way they present themselves.
Okay, let me just give you one quick example. I know most agents get on bikes to go from one client to the other. They don't have a car. By the time they get to their client, they're sweaty. I mean, they want to present themselves in a particular way, but they can't help who they are, where they are right now.
They can get an extra shirt in their bag and freshen up before they go in.
Exactly. Some really good deodorants would help, and perfume.
Do you think your accents... Do you think, and do you think your accent also helps to drive that, your brand? Because when People know that if you have an accent, you sound like you've been there, and so they want to listen to you. Do you think that makes any difference? Maybe somebody watching can acquire an accent here.
No, it does help. It does help. Yeah, it does help. But then you find that sometimes people would also not take you serious because you're a woman in real estate. So most guys will come to you, oh, I want to buy this property, and they're really not serious people. So you also have to research on who you're dealing with, who your client is.
So how do you discover and transform highly successful Africans? How do you find them?
Yes.
Well, that is what Diamond in the Rough is all about.
Okay.
It's all about helping the youth to actually...
I have young people in the audience today. How can they connect to what you're doing to be successful?
Okay, they need to follow us on our Instagram and our Facebook, on our social handles. And we're going to be releasing information step by step on how to do that.
You train?
Yes, we're actually we're building an app at the moment. Yes, that is going to help people to develop their business ideas.
Right.
So how do you go from having this lovely idea that you have to actually like making it into something? Yeah, getting funding, getting the right kind of mentors on board with you, and like even collaborating with people that have similar ideas.
So mentors never just have your time. I mean, have you experienced where you want someone to be a mentor? And I know myself, I've not really created enough time to even, I'm still trying to organize my own family. So someone that's like, Maria, I want you to mentor me. I'm like, Auntie, wait, I will mentor you, but from afar. But so how does a young person engage a mentor properly?
Okay, how you engage a mentor properly is they need to know that you're not there to waste their time. They need to know that you're serious about what you want, and you also have to be persistent. I mean, that's how I got my own mentor, Mr. Ajibola.
Okay, what did you do?
I was very, very persistent, so he knew that, okay, this young lady's not going anywhere. Right. Yeah, so I just kept on, bugging him. I'm not saying, don't go overboard and start stalking anyone, but, you just show them that you're serious, yeah.
Very interesting. I like that. Be consistent.
Be consistent, yeah.
All right. So I know that you have a successful real estate business now. Now, a lot of people, as I said earlier, feel that it's expensive to get in. So you told us you need the minimum 10, 20 million.
No, if you're looking at going into construction and buying of lands and all of that, yes.
What's the smallest scale of real estate somebody can do to at least pay their school fees or
smallest scale of real estate? Just be an agent, sell other people's properties and make that commission.
Do you provide platform for training of such people? Because I know many people intend to. They have property and they come and market to me, and from the way they're talking, I'm like, you need to go and learn how to market, because your marketing is not working on me. I've told someone that you're not selling me. I can't buy what you're selling. You probably don't know how to sell what you are selling. So is there a platform can you teach anyone watching now a few tips to help them sell that property they've been pushing around since?
Okay, first thing is you need to know the right terminology to use. Yes. I mean, I think that's just it. Because if you're using the right terminology, then you're able to convey your message across to your client.
Yeah. So you also mentioned that being a woman, sometimes people do not take you seriously. But does being a woman also help?
Being a beautiful woman.
Being a beautiful woman, does it help?
Does it help? I think it helps. Yeah, it helps a little bit. I'll say it helps a little bit, but yeah.
Because you look amazing.
Yeah, at least you
your
get
nails, your jewelry, your hair, you look $1 million. So I will listen to you. I know. If you come to me and say, I have a property, I'll say, okay, so let us discuss. So that's the point. See, we can laugh about it, but you have to present yourself in a way that the buyer is willing to listen. That's a good point you must take home from this. Any tweets?
Oh.
Yeah, so you're enjoying the...
Yes.
Okay, all right, so is there any other message you'd like to give? Because I know that you're very, very passionate about young people and getting their business on track. We have a platform right here that lots of young people actually watch. Is there any other thing you'd like them to know, especially with Diamond in the Rough, what they can do to ensure that because people want to... They have beautiful ideas. There's a tailor, there's a makeup artist. They want to... Is it upscale? What are you using?
Upscale.
They want to upscale. How do they take it to that? They don't know. They just do the regular makeup. How do they take it to a notch higher to get more profitable?
That is why Diamond in the Rough is creating this application. Diamond in the Rough is literally going to do what the name says. We're going to take you and we're going to polish you and put you out there.
So that means you're all diamonds. Let me translate it for you. You're all diamonds. You are just rough. She will now
refine you.
And polish you.
I'll push you out there.
Me, let me tell you something, Patricia. My own problem, I lack packaging. I'm very rough. I don't have packaging.
You are
I like packaging. So someone like me now, I have enough I have experience, I have the clouds, but I lack packaging. I mean, I can see somebody that has $1 billion now, and just be, sir, and I just be smiling. And I don't know what to say. So, could you help someone like me now? If I have a client like me, how would you smoothen me out?
You just have to work on your confidence. Yeah, your ability to speak to people in public and like carry on a conversation. That's.
And you change your wardrobe.
Oh, yeah. I think her wardrobe is beautiful.
Trust me, it's terrible. Trust me.
No.
This is TVC packaging. My wardrobe is horrible, but trust me.
That's all part of what Diamond and the Rough deals with. How you talk, how you walk, how you sit, everything.
I need
just
that.
the full package.
Oh, I need to be packaged. I need to be packaged. Yes, you should be like this since. And we are just like this. Why can look at you? We need to. So is it like a finishing school?
You see, don't go to my own level because your seat is uncomfortable. My feet don't touch the ground. So I have to sit like this.
So is there like a finishing school for this kind of thing?
It touches up on all of that.
I have to do my nails, look pretty, I'm coming. Unfortunately, that's all we can take. Is there any other thing you want to share with us that was not said?
That's all. Thank
you. Any tweets, please?
Oh, so many tweets. So Mr. Adibaya says, it's the responsibility of the parents to take care of the kids. They should equip them, but at the same time save towards their own well-being and care. Things have changed, but a little drop of water can be an ocean when children work together.
Obviously, this parent-child topic is very, very interesting. So we're going to make it a hot topic next week, Wednesday. We'll do a part 2. We'll sit down on the matter. And if you're a parent, come for the show next week. Let's let's have a conversation. Do you want your children to take care of you?
Yes.
And it would be nice to have parents in the studio next week, to hear their thoughts on both parents and children. Yeah, and if you're a young person who is getting pressured to take care of the parent, please come also. Let us hear your views and your thoughts. See you next week. No, see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.